You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Ooh, excuse me. What's up, everybody? Episode 204, back at it again. And all I got to say is, we waited all summer for that. Are you freaking kidding me? For that? Well. Football is back again. I tell you, college football is back. NFL football is back. And I tell you, I have finally given a name to my NFL pain. And his name is Matt Ryan. and these Atlanta Falcons for that performance they had in opening weekend. Fortunately, they weren't the only team that was playing. Boy, we had some good performances. We had some disappointing performances. We had some nice debuts. We had some crazy debuts. We got coaches doing well. We got coaches on the hot seat. We got the Braves and Freeman contract situation going on. We got USC saying they making a change at the head coach. We got so much going on in the world of football. And guess what? The NBA and MLB baseball might try to sneak their way up in there. MLB had no choice because the playoffs are on the horizon. Well, I'm not going to waste any more time. Episode 204, it's been all week waiting, baby. And let's get it started. Red Rev coaching on mommy. Let's begin.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red Rev Sports Show. 3 out of 4 of us are coming to you live from the ATL show. Giving you real sports talk because we are real sports. Real sports knowledge. So
That's
come
right,
on,
baby.
hang out with your boys, Red, the Reverend, Coach, and Armani, who's coming in with us on today for episode 204 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our custom, let's see what the good coach has for us when it comes to number 204. Fans, Rev Night Nation, cross your fingers.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. All right, episode 204, we have a man who is not well liked by Atlanta fans, but he did something that not well pleased with the Atlanta fans. Episode 204, we have number 4, and his name is Brett Favre. He played in the NFL for, can you believe this, 20 seasons in the NFL. I can't believe he lasted 20 seasons, but he did. And Atlanta fans remember him for his brief stop over here and his debacle. But episode 204, 20 seasons, number 4, Brett Favre. But like somebody said, Brett Favre.
All right. Coach gave us somebody that we all could relate to. All of us have seen him in our respective lifetimes, and we greatly appreciate Brett Favre. Definitely was drafted by the Falcons, but was given up on by the Falcons very early on in his career. And next thing you know, he becomes a Hall of Fame quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
Not by the Falcons. You mean by Jerry Glanville.
Well, that's true. That's true. Glanville definitely at that time chose who he wanted to. And I think he didn't think that Brett Favre was a tough guy enough for him. So that's why he wanted to send him up out of here. But nevertheless, how you gentlemen doing?
Morning. Good morning.
Doing all right. Reverend Night Nation, we just want to report Armani did a little bit better getting to the meeting. At least he made most of the meeting. Y'all touch and agree with him to see if he could get on time next week. So he survived. We'll see an improvement, but we need him to be at 10:40. So y'all pray his being on time strength in the Lord on next week. All right. But nevertheless, we got to give it up. Let's welcome Reverend Night Nation. Come on, Reverend Night Nation. We got to see who's in the house with the Reverend Knights. Sister Harris says, good morning. Lance from Southern University says, good morning. Chris Traylor says, good morning. And Chris said, thank you, Armani, for getting rid of that drive-through headset.
Right.
Chris cranking it up. Chris is cranking it up already. The president has just entered the chat. And he said, checking in from the 4th Ward Hood Olympic tryouts featuring fence hurdling, power line shoe tossing, and my personal favorite, the removal speed trials. What's up, Sonar? That's the name that's been officially given to Armani by Reverend Night Nation, Sonar, after his headset debacle from last week. Represent Mays High, Mitchell White, my classmate. What's up, Mitch? And matter of fact,
what's up, boy?
Put the name of your restaurant in the chat, man, so we can get to that restaurant. I've been out of town, but I'm gonna make my way to your restaurant this coming week. Put it up in the chat so we can see it, brother. Because if you're in the ATL, we want to support Black-owned businesses, and as well, if you're a Mays High graduate like Red and myself, we want to represent and support our Mays High brother. What's going on, brother Scott? Welcome to the show. The vice president has just entered the chat room. Benson Woodruff is in the house. Good morning. I'm in the building. VP in the Heezy, slamming down the gavel. The Red and Rev Sports Show is in session. Let's do this, fellas. Welcome, Rev Night Nation. We are so glad to have you all in the house, and feel free to make us laugh and all that good stuff. And good morning. Good morning, Black Ops Special Forces.
Oh, Lord.
Armani, there you go, brother. That headset is a classic.
I can't.
Right,
they're not gonna give me a break. They're not gonna give me a break, man.
Mitchell White, man, I'm gonna be at the restaurant this week. I guarantee you. Mitch had just opened up a new restaurant in the ATL, the Neighborhood Choice Marketplace and Bakery, 1085 Catherwood, Atlanta, Georgia, 30310. It's our pleasure, and we are gonna I know Rev is gonna be there this week, and I'm believing that Coach and Red gonna make it there at some point. But I will definitely be there this week, and if you're in the ATL, visit our Mays High schoolmate, my classmate, Mitchell White, in the Neighborhood Choice Marketplace. We're looking forward to getting some good eating. And Vincent Woodruff is still having some flashbacks from last week, Armani. Nothing will top.
Oh, Lord. Golly, there ain't no breaks.
Hey, oh, man.
No breaks.
All right, man.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Our money just don't have no time to die, do we, Vincent?
Feel free, Rev Night Nation, to show some love to Mitchell White. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll, gentlemen.
Miss Yvonne in the house.
Oh, Miss Yvonne just chimed in?
Yeah, just chimed in.
I see
How you doing, Miss Williams?
Hello, Miss Yvonne. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. And just so that I can beat y'all to the punch, I just got through teaching my aqua class. So this is why you see the sweat right there. I didn't get a chance to change out my shirt. So I just wanted to let you all know what was going on before the Rev Night Nation roast me about my shirt.
I thought you ran into some Matt Ryan fans and they had you on the run. They chased you back to the house, man. Like, oh, there he is, y'all, get him.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, man. Appreciate it, Vince. Appreciate it, man. That was a good one, Red. I got to give you credit for that. All right, gentlemen, you all know how we get down. It's time for our dope, nope, and cope segment of the show. This is a segment where we tell everybody our best moment by saying dope, our worst moment, nope, and something that we had to kind of wrestle with and make sense of when we talk about our cope moment. So, Coach.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith, real. You have to explain the format. Everybody know how to dope.
We may have some first-time watchers, so we want to make sure that they're in the know.
I'm just messing with you. And you know, you've been explaining himself all week long.
Coach, you on deck. What you doping on, sir?
My dope moment goes to one Jewel Lloyd of the WNBA, who had a record 22 points in the first quarter of a game and finished with 37 to help Seattle Storm win and get a first round bye in the playoffs. That's Jewel Lloyd, 22 points in one quarter, 8 or 9 shooting.
All right, Red dope. That's Coach's dope moment. Red, it's on you. What are you doping on, sir?
I'm doping on Usain Bolt and his message for Miss Sha'Carri Richardson. Talk less, train more. Simple. Listen to you, man. Listen to Usain Bolt, Sha'Carri. He's telling you, giving you some good advice. Talk less, train more. Thanks, Usain. I think she need to hear that.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty dope right there. Armani, what are you doping on, sir?
Okay, I'm doping on for 2 people that I went to high school with. I was a senior and they were pretty much freshmen and sophomores. Georgia's defensive tackle, Jordan Davis, and then also South Carolina's offensive tackle, Eric Douglas. They will be facing off in the Georgia and South Carolina game today. So I'm doping on Mallard Creek High School, showing that, hey, we could put out D1 athletes too up there in Charlotte, North Carolina, because they sleep on those football programs up there. So, hey, we putting them out too. 4-star, 5-star, it don't matter. We putting them out.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Armani showing Charlotte some love, and I am doping on Maya Shaka being the first Black female referee to officiate a game on last week. Big ups to Maya Shaka being a trailblazer for African-American women, being the first to referee an NFL game.
Awesome.
All right, Redrick, it's on you. What are you noping on, sir?
Well, since we've been talking about Mays High, I'm noping on Mays High football team.
Oh, Lord.
Right now, standing at 0-4. Presently, last night got beat down by Westlake High School. Cam Newton's alma mater got beat down 56-6. Mays High, you gonna go on back to the past. I mean, when I first started there, because that's how bad we were, and it looked like you don't got that bad again. So, no to Mays High football regressing and taking a step back. Please come back to the future when you actually good, when you was at state championships at Georgia Dome. We don't need you regressing again, Mays High. We did so much work in that football program to put us on top. And you just taking all our hard work and just ripping it up. Come on, Mays High. Need you to do better than that. 0-4 just ain't gonna cut it.
All right, that was an epic fail. Armani, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm noping on one, Colin Cowherd.
Oh,
I
no.
watched the Herd probably 2 or 3 times in a year, maybe, but this particular segment that Colin Cowherd made was just ridiculous, saying that Matt Ryan gets a pass because he has played on subpar teams. Well, let's be real, Colin Cowherd. He has not played on subpar. He's had the most pieces around him since any quarterback. So let's just be real. Let's cut the jump. Let's stop giving this man so many excuses of why he can't get the job done. Stop it.
All right. And my note moment goes to the Dallas Cowboys. I thought that the Dallas Cowboys would wind up winning the NFL or NFC East. And every time I turn around, they get another setback, big time injury to Gregory, another injury to a lineman. They are just snake bitten. And I may have to retract a statement that I said after they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers well, that they probably would win the NFC East by at least 3 games. It's now a race. And I'm going to say nope on Dallas Cowboys running away from the pack. And I'm going to say nope on my take right now, because I should have waited a little bit, since under the Jerry Jones era, the Dallas Cowboys are definitely snake bitten.
No.
I'll forgive you, Rev, but I don't think Dennis gonna let you off the hook.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Coach, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm noping on Notre Dame not allowing the Purdue Boilermakers to bring the world's largest drum in to play during halftime. That drum has been brought in the stadium since 1979, and now Notre Dame says, no, you can't bring it in here for whatever reason. So I'm noping on Notre Dame and their football or whatever program for not letting them bring that drum in.
Oh, come on.
All right. And Armani, what are you coping on, sir?
Oh man, I'm coping on all my Falcons fans out there that had to sit there and watch that filth. Yes, filth on Sunday. I'm sorry. I don't know what was going on, but that was embarrassing for any first-time head coach to go out like that. Come on now, we got to do better than that. But I'm sorry, I'm coping with y'all. I'm a Falcons fan too. I hear y'all, but change is coming. Change is coming. Might not be this year, but change is coming.
All right, and I am coping on the Falcons head coach. I know some people might say it's one game, and I have, as what Coach would say at times, some concerns. After the filth that Armani talked about on last week, I had to do my research on this head coach. And I'm coping on the fact that we just hired a coach that had more years of experience being a quality control coach than he did on being an offensive coordinator. As Coach would say again, I have some concerns. Coach, what are you coping on, sir?
I have a serious coach, and this goes out to Kevin Falk.
Oh,
He stepped away from the game because he lost his daughter tragically this past week, and I'm hoping that somehow him, and she was a big part of LSU football, and I'm hoping that they all can find the strength to cope with her loss. I know it's going to be tough, but I'm going to pray for Kevin Falk and the LSU folks.
All righty. All right. And Red, round us out with what you're coping on.
I'm gonna add Brandon Short to that too, Coach. I think he lost his daughter this week to a senseless act of violence. Brandon Short and Kevin Falk, the Red Rev Sports Show, keeping you in their prayer, keeping you in our prayers. I'm coping with Will Smith. Once again, another Braves comeback win, thwarted by Mr. Whoever Brian Snicker see this guy as. I don't know if he see him as Mark Woolers. I don't know if he see him as Lord, the guy from the Yankees, Mario Rivera. I don't know if you see him as Trevor Hoffman. I don't know what closer you have Will Smith in, what category of closers you have Will Smith in. But dude, I'm sorry. I know he has over 30 saves, but stats, people say stats don't lie. Sometimes they do lie. That's why I hate that whole saying, stats don't lie. Yeah, they do. They do lie. Will Smith probably top 5 in the National League in saves, and I promise you, nobody on this panel right here trust him in a game 7 in any important game right now when none of us choose Will Smith to go out there and close it. Dude, you got to do better. We blew another game, a game we really needed last night to the Giants. The Braves division lead is dwindling. I'll get more on it in the Braves report, but Braves fans continue to have to cope with that filth. That's a word everybody using today. That filth that Will Smith keep trotting out there in the 9th inning, expecting it to close a game when all people doing just teeing off on this little batting practice balls he throwing up there, man. Get out of here, Will Smith. I'm so glad we ain't got one more year on this guy contract, man, and hopefully we'll trade him in the offseason. Will Smith, you are done to me as a closer for the Braves. And I just hate that we'll have to go into the playoffs depending on this guy. And I just know it's going to happen. We're going to go into the playoffs depending on the guy. And guess what? He probably going to blow a playoff game for us. And we all going to be sitting here looking at Slick and saying, why do you keep trusting him? God. But
All right. Red has got his early rant. All right.
Now I'm ready today, boy. I'm in a roll. Let's go. Talk about some football.
I thought I was getting away with just getting out in front of my sweaty shirt, and they get me.
Anyway,
the president said, Rev, looks like you're already roasted. The VP said Rev was running layup and elbow
I bet Red was making the most shots.
Red was, yeah. Red
oh,
was
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hey, Kelly Nicole, glad to have you. Chris Traylor, it's dope in the real Matty Ice. Matthew Stafford and his performance in the season opener for the Rams. Kelly Nicole doping on North Atlanta being undefeated in football. I got to see who they played. That don't sound right.
Exactly. Probably the cupcakes of the city.
The president is doping on Carly Lloyd scoring 5 goals for the women's soccer team. Brother Lance is doping on Nogales High way back in La Punta, California, is actually winning games again. We see Red got people in high school mode with his maze tape. Dope, Vincent Woodruff, Vlad Guerrero is just killing it. The president, Nope, says the Falcons out there falconing, about to take another L.
Yeah.
Brother Lance is noping on these NFL injuries. Players are dropping like flies.
They are.
The VP is noping on Jimmy Gigolo, still our starting quarterback. He's a 49ers fan. Let's see if the Eagles force a change tomorrow. Sister Williams is coping on Arthur Blank may have a touch of dementia if he thinks he's going to bring an NFL championship to Atlanta with Matt Ryan as QB, who led the team to a very disappointing loss on last Sunday, 37-6. She's shaking her head with the thumbs down. She did accuse Arthur Blank maybe having a touch of dementia this year. Lord have mercy. All right, Chris saying nope on the Falcons fans and them stressing while still supporting Natty Light Matt. Lance is coping on the Falcons are still in rebuild denial. Wow.
Absolutely.
The VP is coping, wondering when the Falcons fan will egg Matty Rice Patty's house. Long time coming. He says our condolences also to the Kevin Falk family. The president is coping on the only good thing about the Falcons. That young.
Oh, Lord.
Just until he started missing kicks.
Well, that's the president's favorite name in sports. You know, Dope. I have a strong feeling Kyle Pitts is disappointed and giving second thoughts about being an Atlanta Falcon.
No, the one game.
He's about with Matt Ryan as quarterback.
I know that's right. Red Will Smith just getting jiggy with it when the game is so loud.
For real. He out there thinking about his nightclub adventures.
Will Smith has the team's life flipped, turned upside down, no doubt about it. Kelly and Nicole says it's not cupcakes either. North Atlanta actually is winning games. They aren't close either. If they're not close, Kelly, they're probably playing cupcakes. Okay, just to help you out, because I've never known North Atlanta to be a powerhouse.
Thank you, Rev. She just told on herself by saying they not close. Thanks, Kelly. You just made our point for us. They not cupcakes, but they ain't close either. Then what are they then? Who you playing? The powerhouses of the Georgia Football Conference. Let me guess. You playing Parkview? You playing Valdosta? Who? You playing Warner Robins? No. You playing them little sorry little cream comprehensive schools up the street. Them little open campus schools. Man, get out of here, Kelly. Y'all ain't playing nobody. Ray, what was you saying this week? Nobody. That's who North Atlanta playing. Nobody.
They say they got a quick Keith Sweat schedule. Nobody.
Hey, Red.
I tell you what, though, North Atlanta might be able to beat Georgia Tech.
Oh, not to use her team against the other team. Wow. I didn't know I tried some Spanish, but okay, cool. That's funny. Mitchell White noping on Mays football, former Mays player as well.
Yeah, I got on the Mitch.
Noping on Jesse Tuggle's son is saying nope, he ain't having this. That's Garrett.
Grady Jarrett.
Grady Jarrett. Vincent, see what you did there? Fresh Prince of
Wait till you get the Lance comment.
I just want to say 225 certified D House Doug High. Oh, come on, man. We're going to just dismiss that because you are a loyal fan. North Atlanta. Oh, man. North Atlanta beat Bishop Sycamore.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, that one was a close game right there.
Hey, I got the schedule right here. First of all, they beat Wheeler, which is a basketball school. Then you beat Thurl, who ain't had a winning record in 25 years.
Wow.
Maynard Jackson, who lucky to have a football team.
Right, they're in transition. Their community going through gentrification.
And you beat Dunwoody. Whoopee. Okay.
Oh my God. What I say, cupcakes of the city. Dunwoody.
Who?
Yeah. We be done with it like my 10th grade year. And Rev, you know how sorry we was our 10th grade year.
Well, let me just say this. At one point in time, Dunwoody did have a good football team. They actually won the state championship when I was in high school. That was in 1993. when they won.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They had a running back that went to Georgia named Rod Perriman. And then they also had the big boy, you may remember him, Travis Stroud, who's the cousin of Marcus Stroud, who played football at Georgia. So they used to be good when they had the M to M program, where they were busing black kids into the community.
Yeah.
But once they took that program out, the football team suffered, the basketball team suffered. Because Mitch probably remembers when during our early years when we were in 7 quad 8, Dunwoody had a squad. So, but now
7 quad 8. Yep, they used to be our squad.
Yeah, that's when they were good. Kelly said, "Stop hating, wins and wins." But Mays though,
You still hating. You know what I'm saying? Man, Kelly was hating last night, Rev, all on my page, and she got the nerve to come in here acting all innocent.
It's okay, Rev. It's okay, Rev, because she's had decades of North Atlanta being terrible. So we understand. We understand.
And Rev, they got Pebblebrook, which is 4-0-1. They got Westlake and they got Langston Hughes. We're gonna see that undefeated.
We'll see if North Atlanta is real based upon how they compete against Westlake. Yep. That's how we'll know if they're real or not. So we'll see.
That's a good football program down there.
And we want you to keep that same energy now. If they come up short, we want you to keep that same energy, Kelly.
Don't come in here talking about, I got a hair appointment the week Westlake beat North Atlanta. We want you out here up and bright and early at 11 a.m., okay? No hair appointments that week.
All right, Thomas said they got a dessert schedule.
Yeah. Cupcake is the main dish.
Lance said, I know about Eminem. That's how I did a semester at Tucker when we lived in Latonia. Yeah, you remember that? You remember that? But
she's still hating, y'all.
Real. All right, Kelly, we're sorry.
I said still
Kelly knows what sorry looks like because she just roots for sorry teams. So, okay, cool. You could give us a great definition of what sorry is, because North Atlanta been sorry for years, and your Georgia Tech squad has been sorry for years too. So you know what
you want to know what's real sorry? That team Clemson about to play at 3:30 today, Kelly. Look at it. It'll be on ESPN. Now that's what you call real sorry right there.
And Business said, I smell a hair appointment coming up.
Yep, you know it. And then she gonna send Kimberly on here to defend her.
Oh.
Did I say the magic word?
Basically, you on to her, Red. That's what she does, Red.
Yeah, Kimberly will come in here. Y'all get off my sister. She really did have a hair appointment. Miss, I never say anything, Kimberly. Oh.
Red done peeped you out, Kelly.
Kelly, you still got Jackson State, Kelly.
And just to Dion leave for a real team.
She's on a college tour this week. She's taking her daughter to the Kennesaw State for a college tour. So she won't be back until October. She won't be back, so we won't see the drive-through headset until October. Armani was trying to beat her headset last week. So he just wanted you all to think about her since she wasn't on. All right. But let's get ready, gentlemen, because we got some games coming up at 12 o'clock. Yep, Kelly, we know twins. I agree. Your sister definitely got y'all back. Y'all roll hard together. Y'all have a great sisterhood, and that's what's up. All right,
I know. Y'all like Adam and Stuart Chandler from All My Children.
All right, gentlemen, let's get ready to make some picks. Matter of fact, before we make our picks, let's see real quickly, NCAA recap of week 2. Let's leave the USC debacle alone. We're going to get to that in just a second after we make our picks. But what resonated with you? We'll start with Armani. Besides the story about USC, what readily comes to mind as you recap week 2?
Texas, man. Coach Sarkisian, man. I really was rooting for you, man. But I think you was drinking last week, man. I don't know. You might need to go get checked out. I mean, goodness, I wasn't expecting that. But come on, man, you got to do better, man. You're taking over a University of Texas College, which they have some great recruits there, man. I know it's your first year, but you gotta be able to get the job done, man. I mean, you haven't even got to the real big ranked opponents yet, but it's coming. It's coming, man. You got to get ready.
All right, Coach. Besides USC, what comes to mind? Week 2 recap.
I mean, you got to go to the game of the week that everybody was talking about and hyping up. Oregon and Ohio State. You got no Thibodeau. He wasn't playing, but Oregon went out there inside the horseshoe in front of that 100,000 plus and dismantled Ohio State. And nobody saw that coming because Oregon, I mean, a team like that hadn't beaten Ohio State in the horseshoes forever. So Oregon surprised everybody on the college football landscape and won that game.
All right, Coach is lifting up Oregon, and we're going to come to Red. Red, what hit home to you week 2? What you got for us?
Week 2. How awful I was at picking games in week 2. That's what's standing out to me. I swear, I probably won one game last week in college football, and it was probably the game that Khaki Pants won. So if the only game you win in a week is the game that Khaki Pants won, that let you know you didn't have too good a week. I mean, like Armani said, Texas and Sark, I don't know what he was drinking versus Arkansas. Iowa State, this the week you decide to give up almost 30 points at home when you're supposed to have this big-time defense. Listening to Coach talk about USC last week. Now he come on here praising how good Stanford is. I didn't hear none of that last week. Like I said, I just had a bad week of college football this week. I'm hoping it'll be better this week. But, man, these teams, man, I can see right now we're going to have a lot of Jekyll and Hyde. This is going to be a Jekyll and Hyde football season right now, with the exception of probably the top 2 or 3 teams, Alabama, Georgia, and maybe one more. All these other teams, you just not going to know what you're going to get in any given week because it's up and down, Jekyll and Hyde, inconsistency all over the nation. That's what I take out of week 2, Real, and I'm done.
All right, and we're going to get to see in just a minute what you were talking about in terms of your picks and how Khaki Pants saved the day for you because you were working on that Krispy Kreme special. You were definitely working on that Krispy Kreme. Kelly says she lost every game last week. She's never gone out like that every pick. And then Vincent said the ABC package stores were all informed to issue discounts to the head guy at Texas. Hook 'em sharp. I think people need to pay attention to what is going on in Arkansas. Arkansas is building a program, and I'm about to Google the coach's name real quickly because he came from Georgia, and he has done a phenomenal job building that program. And Sam Pittman is his name. He came from Georgia to take on the job for the Razorbacks, and I think people need to be on the lookout for Arkansas, and I want to really see if they have made that true leap because Georgia will be playing Arkansas in the next few weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, well, they'll be okay till until that week come, and then reality going to set in.
Well, we're going to see because they're building something special. Sam Pittman is a good coach. Even when he left Georgia, he was working with the offensive line. Those guys missed him greatly. And the kids in Arkansas are really gravitating to him, so he's doing well. Glenn said the only good thing about the SC loss is that Helton is gone. My cousin is still on the squad, and his mom turned flips when Helton was fired. We're going to get to that in just a second.
Rev, did anybody pick Arkansas over Texas?
No. Oh, you did. You did. Yeah, you did.
Right.
Coach did.
I told y'all about the running game. I told y'all.
Yeah, you did. You did. And we'll let you gloat in just a second. Since we got some extra time, let's just jump right into it. Coach.
Yes, sir.
We got a little time. We want to start making picks by 11:50. So we got about 13 good minutes to talk about USC. Let's get them on it.
Oh, I was to say, Coach, don't disappear now.
Let's talk about USC.
You got to explain this.
Coach was telling us that they were on the map. They were going to slide in from behind, creep in from behind, and just kind of climb the ladder while everybody is not paying attention. And then all of a sudden, one bad loss by Stanford that you didn't tell us last week had USC's number, but you did tell us that during the pregame meeting.
Yeah.
Explain
Wish I had that
Coach.
little piece of information last week.
Explain yourself, Coach.
What
happened?
Rev, as you look, you know, when you make a mistake, you make a decision to correct that mistake. And what did they do? They fired the person who creates the mistakes, which is Clay Helton. He's gone. And the assistant coach is the head coach, not interim head coach. But again, Slovis, the quarterback, he sometimes has a desire to try to find Drake London, his All-American 6'5" wideout, too many times. And therefore, that leads to other guys not getting that ball. And see, that's going to cause the defense to say, oh, you going to go with London? Well, okay, we'll double him up. We're going to see what you do. And the game plan was totally off. It seems like Graham Harrell, who was the OC, he might need to go too, because he's trying to run that air raid Texas Tech offense, and it may not be suited for USC. So I don't know if they're going to make changes on that end, but at that point in time, it was not working. So you had to make a better balance than he did. And him trying to throw the ball every down almost did not work, because Stanford played pretty much nickel and dime defense. They said, okay, you're not going to run? We'll just put a nickel out there, a dime, and just make your receivers be and cover up the receivers, and it worked for Stanford. So that was not good for USC. And now who they're gonna get, it's been 30 names banded out there about who they're gonna get, so we're not gonna talk about that, but we'll see how they play today against Washington State.
Well, since you went there, I want you to stay there, because I heard that they're going after the brother, and not necessarily color-wise, but the football brother at Oregon. His name has hit. Also, James Franklin of Penn State's name is floating out there. And another site, I even heard about Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. So since you are the USC guy, tell us, who do you think would be the best replacement of those three? Or if you have another name out there, give it to us, Coach.
Cristobal from Oregon would be a great fit, because he's from California. He knows the area well, but I don't think Oregon is going to let him go. They'll probably throw a King ransom at him, because he revitalized Oregon into a powerhouse again out there at slump. So
they do have the money, because Phil Knight is an Oregon graduate. So
right.
They can match anything.
Exactly. So his name would come up, okay, big time. James Franklin, he probably could be persuaded to leave, depending on this year at Penn State. He could be persuaded to leave. Eric, sleeping with the Bieniemy. I don't know if he would want a college job. He mentioned about USC is a great job, and he's deflecting right now. So he may be a dark horse that comes out if he can't find a job next year. But there will be some NFL jobs open, whether he gets one or not. That may determine it. But the guy from Cincinnati is a dark horse. Fickle. They love him. What he's done with Cincinnati, how he's revitalized Cincinnati and got them on the map in the top 10. He could be persuaded to leave. So if I was going to go at those four candidates, I think that may be it, what they're looking for. They can kill the Urban Meyer talk. He's not coming. Please just watch that. No heart attacks, no fake sickness from Urban. He's not leaving Jacksonville. Let him. He is. No. Let him stay. So those four would be the ones that they probably looking at. But
so out of the four, who would be the best fit from your perspective?
Cristobal, because like I say, he's from the California area. He could recruit there. He wouldn't let those recruits get out of state like a lot of them have. He could recruit there, and he'd be perfect. But like I said, like you said, Phil Knight got pockets deeper than anybody, so he gonna go in that pocket and say, "No, sir, we matching it. We matching it. You good right here." So after Cristobal, I go with Franklin. He has a personality that fits the USC market, so I would go with Franklin.
I actually think that might be a good pick, though, because James Franklin has a little bit of that Pete Carroll mold to him. He's a
Definitely.
players coach, has a good charisma. I think he could resonate with the California community. And I think he could keep a lot of those guys who are going all the way across to the south. Some of their studs, 5-star studs, like the tight end that Georgia got, the kid number 19 who's been playing great football the past 2 weeks. He came out of California. I think James Franklin would probably be a good fit to keep some of those California kids in. Red, jump in.
Well, as far as Eric Bieniemy go, I want to say he probably maybe had one of the best quotes of the week when he said, "I am where my feet are." He was talking about Kansas City, so I guess he was saying like he's focused on the game of the week, not really that. So Eric, if you are where your feet are, then I assume you're gonna be in Baltimore this week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I don't really think Eric Bieniemy, like Coach said, I don't think Eric Bieniemy is a high choice. He might want to stick to NFL if he decides to go into the head coaching ranks. He's been a hot NFL coach commodity all these years. Now all of a sudden you're gonna go jump to the first college job to open up? Nah, I think Eric probably either stay where he at or jump on the NFL coach. I think I'm a ride with you guys and say James Franklin, even though I don't like Franklin's composure at times in big games. Dude about as nervous as a choir member sometimes, man, especially in the big games when the spotlight on him. But he definitely is recruiting, and then being definitely on that side of the country where he'll have a bigger pond to play with instead of recruiting for Penn State, he's recruiting for USC. He'll probably have a better opportunity to get some players for USC because I do like his recruiting. So recruiting in Southern California as opposed to recruiting in whatever that place is, Death Valley, I think. No, that's Clemson. Where is Penn State at? Anyway,
it's in Pennsylvania.
Paternal Town. In Paternal Town. Recruiting in Los Angeles is a lot better than recruiting in Paternal Town. So if I'm giving James Franklin a recruiting edge, I want to say he'll definitely be good to improve USC recruits. Like Armani said, I don't think he's going to let a lot of those top California guys get out the state. Not old James Franklin. He'll be on their doorstep in the middle of the night. But like I said, if he can just keep his composure in the big games, I think Franklin would be a nice hire for USC.
All right, let's switch gears. Armani, I'm going to start with you real quickly. And thank you, Lance, for the Spanish pronunciation key. I don't speak Spanish fluently, haven't spoken Spanish since I passed the class at Morehouse College. So thank you for the pronunciation key. I truly appreciate it. All right, now this is a question for the panel. I need you to fill in the blank. Fill in the blank time. Armani, it's on you.
Okay, what's the question? You asking the question?
Well, I put it in the wrong one. Here's the question. I should have not put it on the ticker. It's coming on the screen. I'm sorry. Fill in the blank. Firing Helton after the second game was what?
It was the right decision to make. I mean, when you think about a program like USC, that holds a lot of weight. And I think that he wasn't living up to the expectations that the program had in mind. I mean, let's be real. I don't think since the college football playoff has become a thing, has USC been in the top four into the consideration of being in the college football playoff? No, I don't think so. So, it was that time because they're trying to get back to prominence. And to do that, sometimes you have to shift gears with the coaching staff. So, especially with a program like USC, people, I remember, even y'all, probably when y'all was in high school, players getting recruited by USC wanted to go to USC. So you have to get the right mind and the right, the right recruiting in there for those players to actually want to come and play for somebody like, it'll be good for somebody like James Franklin or, everybody said Urban Meyer, but I don't see Urban Meyer going there, even though, I've seen a coach leave a NFL program to come to the NCAA, but it was just time. So it was a good move by USC. It's time to get back to that prominence. Hopefully they will find their head coach by the end of the year. So, hey, it was a good move, USC. It was about time. It was about time.
All right, Coach, just 1 minute on your answer since you chimed in a lot on USC. Firing Helton after the second game was?
Beneficial for the program. Simple as that. he's been treading water every year, and every year shows that promise of being great. And then he stumbles in a game like Stanford every year, and that they just couldn't keep going with that. You should be up there with the 11-1s and 12-0s, and you down there with the 8-4, 9-3s. And he thought 9 wins was enough every year, but it wasn't. Not for a program.
All right, Red, you take your stab. 1 minute. Firing Helton after the second game was
imperative if they want to rise back up to the top again. Like Coach said, yeah, you keep making, you play around with some of the teams, make folks think you got promise, and then when it comes to the big games, you completely show your stuff. Who does that remind me of? Probably the Falcons quarterback. So, like I say, it definitely was imperative. Coach, like Coach said, like Armani and Coach said, USC back in the early 2000s, they was up here, and now they just middle of the pack, and I don't think that sits well with a lot of alumni and a lot of boosters and whatnot. So yeah, if you want USC to get back up there, you need to have a star coach for a star program. Clay Helton was a star coach. He was more like a sidekick.
Yep.
And I'm going to answer the questions as we get ready for our picks. Firing Helton after the second game was 9 months too late.
Yeah.
Why would you wait for one bad loss to fire a guy? So that lets you know he should have been fired last year. Mm-hmm. So you lose a year potentially, excuse me, of recruiting because you don't know who your head coach is going to be. So now you're losing this year on recruiting because you're trying to find a coach. You don't know who your coach is going to be. And now here you got Oregon, UCLA, that's going to pile up on some of the recruits that USC can get all because these kids coming out this year don't know who's going to be USC's coach. So if you knew it was just going to take one bad loss, why even bring them back the next year? They just wasted time, and they've actually wasted a season. So again, it was 9 months too late.
Good take, Rev.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, we got a few more comments. Jonathan Russian, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Red Rev Sports Show. Kelly said we're going to have to go over some geography lessons. They're talking about Red. USC is foolish. Ain't no quality coach finna take that job in September. All the coaches are working already. Yeah.
It's not gonna it's not gonna be September. It's gonna be after the season, you know.
Yeah, but they're gonna be messed. Man, a lot of coaches gonna be all messed up because they're gonna be having to deal with these rumors all season long. James Franklin gonna have to be lying all year long, talking about he ain't interested and he just concentrating on the job that he has right now. You know, might as well recruit the daughter of Lori Loughlin.
Oh, not her again.
All right, gentlemen, let's get into these picks, man. Let's get into these picks. It is NCAA pick'em time. We got 5 games on the docket. We're going to go with the game of least importance and the game we probably just threw in there. Purdue versus Notre Dame in Notre Dame. We're going to start with the COVID champ. Oh, matter of fact, let me do this right. Let me stop. I got ahead of myself. It's been a while since we did this. Let me get back in proper NCAA pick protocol. We must show the fans where we're standing right now in our standings. And the COVID champ right now, looking good. Last week, let me do it this way so you won't see our faces. Last week, Coach held it down 3-2. Everybody else besides Red 2-3. And Red 1-4. Big ups to Khaki Pants, giving Red his only W.
Good job.
So where we stand right now, Coach, after 2 weeks, is in first place. Coach is 7-2 with a 78% winning percentage. There's a three-way tie for second place. And his name, one name that's not in it is Red. And Red is picking up the rear at 4-5 with a 44% winning percentage. So this is where we are after 2 weeks of picking college football. Now let's get to these picks for this week. COVID champ, you're on deck. You know that's gonna be your name for me until you win a championship outside of COVID. Here we go. Purdue versus Notre Dame. Coach, who you got, man?
Purdue gonna be upset because they couldn't get the drum in. But on the top of that, they're gonna get drummed by Notre Dame. Notre Dame gonna win.
Coach has Notre Dame. Red, who you got?
I don't know who Purdue been playing these last 2 weeks to average 39 points a game, but all that's gonna be over with this week. I like Notre Dame safety, Kyle Hamilton, pretty good NFL prospect. Of course, Notre Dame's offense and Brian Kelly. So I'm taking Notre Dame at home. No way they're gonna blow it to Purdue. Even though Purdue got nice
Armani,
squad.
who you got?
Notre Dame all day, man. They finna whoop Purdue. It's not even gonna be close.
All right. Maurice Thrower's in the house. What's up, Maurice? Representing Florida. Man, I really want to pick Purdue, but I don't want to go out on a limb on a game that I'm not strong on my convictions because Notre Dame has been playing some subpar football and they just barely escaped with wins these past 2 weeks. But because they're at home, I'm going to go with the crowd and say Notre Dame as well. And as the president calls her, the Sports Bay is going with Notre Dame as well. Red, next game is on you, sir. Arizona State versus BYU. Who you got, Red?
Well, this game is pretty even up. I like Arizona defense. I like Arizona's defense. Their offense can be misleading. They really played a cupcake the last couple of weeks. But BYU, I love their coach. I saw him on ESPN this week, and man, that dude has an awesome personality, and boy, can he dance. I mean, in the locker room, getting it down on beat, with his players. What? Man, I'm talking about save a spot on him for Dancing with the Stars for Coach Kalani Stout. Oh, man, Coach, you probably know the guy I'm talking about. Kalani Stoutine, BYU coach. I'm picking BYU just for them having a crunk coach who's on beat, staying with the rhythm. And besides, BYU having a nice season this year. They're undefeated. They're at home. I'm going with them. I like their coach. Let's go BYU. I love you, Herb Edwards, but I'm taking BYU.
Armani, who you got?
Man, I'm going with my man Herm Edwards, man. They're going to beat BYU. And they're going to beat them in BYU. It's going to be – it's probably going to be a close score because, like Red was saying, that defense is pretty decent on Arizona, but the offense, they're not all the way there just yet, but they're good enough to beat BYU, so I'm going with Arizona State.
All right. And Donnie Rosser, what's up? Good morning. Welcome to the Red Rev Sports Show. Thanks for tuning in. Same with you, Maurice. I'm going with Arizona State. I'm going with my man, Herm Edwards, to go in there and beat the Mormons. So let's go. Let's go, Herm. Coach, who you got?
I think I'm about to make it go with y'all and go to Arizona State because BYU defense is terrible. They're giving up almost 400 yards on total offense. They're not. I don't know who they're trying to stop.
Sheesh.
Not stopping anybody. Even though they won the first two, is more of contrition. You got to outscore them. And Arizona State has a great running attack, so I'm gonna go with Arizona State, who's averaging close to 40 points a game. I'm gonna go to Arizona State.
All right. And the Sports Bay is going with her Red Rev Sports Boo Red. She's going BYU. Just for you, Red.
How them kids do it? How they do the heart? I don't know.
All right,
You've been a
next
bad
game,
girl.
Armani. You on deck, Armani. We got Michigan State versus Miami. I know who Maurice Throw is going for. Are you going for the same team that Maurice Throw is going for, Armani?
No. Michigan State with the upset. Michigan State for the upset, man. I mean, Miami. I like the young quarterback down there. He hasn't just sold me nothing. He just doesn't look impressive to me. Michigan State they're good on both sides of the ball this year. But yeah, I'm going with Michigan State with the upset because I just have no faith in Miami.
I'm rolling with Armani. I have no faith in Miami either. They barely squeaked by the team that they played, Sisters of the Poor, last week. And I'm rolling with Georgia's former defensive coordinator, Mel Tucker, who's doing a solid job building a good team at Michigan State. So give me Mel Tucker and Sparta to beat Miami in Florida. Coach, who you got?
If you all can believe it, Michigan State is probably in the top 5 in the country in total yards, almost 560 yards of total offense.
Woo.
University of Miami is giving up over 400 yards, so I'm gonna go with Michigan State. They can stop back in Miami.
All right, Red, you roll it out. Who you got, man? Are you making it unanimous?
I want to. I just think Miami gonna be ready for these boys at home. Yeah, they at home. Some tell me Miami gonna be ready for Michigan State, who might be just a little bit overrated. I mean, they really haven't played anybody. I mean, look at who they played to get the undefeated YSU and I guess Northwestern, who really they're both unranked teams, not really expecting much from anybody. At least you can say Miami lost to Alabama. That's not a cupcake, right on money. And they played tough and won against Appalachian State last week by 2, but I say Miami don't have more battles this season than Michigan State. Yeah, I know, but I'm still taking the home team. Come on, Miami. You worth anything. How are you still ranked? I don't know. If you worth anything, you ain't going to let Michigan State come to Miami and win. Maurice Thorough, I'm going for your team today, man. Don't let me down or you're going to feel my wrath. I'm going with the Hurricanes, real.
Feel the wrath, Maurice is coming. Feel the wrath. And man,
come on, Miami.
Black, man, you showing true dedication as a fan, man. That's very kind of you, man, to chime in. We pray that everything is well with you and your family, or the family who had the loved one to pass away. Pray they comfort, strength, and peace. But thanks for showing us some love, even while you're at a funeral, man. All right. Here we go. Next game.
Why is that child play music playing in the background? Like we're in a horror movie or something.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Okay.
It's a little trap beat to it. I can't, I didn't want to play it too loud because I hear you say, Rev, turn the music down. You know how you do it. So
now, you got it at a nice volume today, I'll agree.
All right, man, we're going to go to this one first right here. Alabama versus Florida. Give me Alabama. Florida, no Kyle Pitts playing for you today. He's not walking back on that field. Alabama, with all the people they lost, they've reloaded. And I just see them going into the swamp. Beating them, I think they'll probably win by about 10 points. Coach, who you got?
If you can believe this, and I like to call on my stats, Florida actually has more total yards than Alabama.
Okay. That's right, Real. Play that horror music up for that one right there.
So who you going with, Coach?
When you're picking up your yards against Little Sisters of the Worthless Miracle, yeah, you ought to get plenty of stats. Bama gonna win. Florida, they keep going back to that game where they beat Bama in the BCS or the SEC championship. This ain't that game. Alabama.
All right. Red, it's on you, man.
Florida.
Florida Gators, alligators, gator boots, gator from Jungle Fever. Roll Tide all day.
All right. And the sports
Yeah,
bay.
money. You know, ain't no way I'm taking Gators over your team, man.
Oh, my fault. Armani, tell us why you're going with
No, you good.
Alabama.
Hey, Rev, you did the right thing. You already know who I'm going for, so you fine. You good.
Tell us why you're going with Alabama.
Just too dominant. Just too dominant. Florida not ready. That defense not ready for what we have on offense. We just too dominant right now. Maybe when they get some good defensive recruits in, beef up that D line to be able to get at the quarterback. But until then, Bama all day.
I don't even know who
And
their
the
quarterback
sports bay
is.
is going with Alabama as well. Last game could be argued the most interesting game. A Power 5 matchup between two teams from opposing conferences. You got number 22 versus 22 Auburn versus number 10 Penn State. Coach, potentially your new former coach at USC is coaching in this game. Are you rolling with your potential coach, or are you rolling with the SEC Auburn team?
Who's the quarterback for Auburn?
Bo Nix.
That's why Penn State gonna win. Bo Nix, he is way out of a cloud. He just there. I mean, he's so inconsistent sometimes. I don't trust Bo Nix for nothing. Penn State.
All right, Red.
Yes,
Who
sir.
you got?
I know Auburn got that defense. But like I say, this is a good audition tape for James Franklin for USC. He at home, probably number 10 ranked country. You got to take this game, Mr. Franklin. Penn State gonna get this game. I don't trust Auburn on the road against a big time team like this. Not when they really fighting for something. Penn State still in this race. You going down, Auburn. Sorry, Dante. Your boys going down. Your Tigers going down.
Armani, who you got? Right on cue. Dante, right on cue.
Auburn. I don't like the fans. Don't like the colors. They don't know if they want to be War Eagles or Tigers. They don't know what they want to do. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go with Penn State, man. Because Auburn, they're not ready. As long as Bo Nix is a quarterback there, they won't win anything. So,
nope.
I'm going with Penn State.
And I'm making it unanimous. I'm going with the Nittany Lions as well. And Bo Nix, I do not trust. That Bo does not know football. All right. So
y'all are killing Bo Nix, man. I hope we don't have a.
Have you seen him play?
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah, man. I have no trust in Bo. I have more trust in Matt Ryan for the Falcons than I do with Bo Nix for Auburn.
I don't know about that now. Bo a little younger than Matt.
Transition. It's officially halftime of the Red Rev Sports Show. We've given you one good half of some real good sports talk. Coming back from the half, we got the Braves report. We got a little NFL talk. We got our 5 for 5. And then we got our big picks. So stay tuned for the second half of the Red Rev Sports Show. Coming right back at you. We'll be back. And we are back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show, and we're looking forward to having a great half. We got the Braves report coming your way. We also got some NFL talk and some NFL predictions, so stay tuned, everybody. We're going to have some good talk. Chris Trailer said. Oh, talking about when I said I had more trust in Matt Ryan than Bo Nix. Chris said that's a lot of trust. I got you.
I agree, Chris.
The president said I trust Bo Duke, Bo Diddley, and Bo Jangles more than I do Bo Nix. All right, man. Let's get into it, brothers, and get this Braves report in. And Red, you're on deck, so get ready to give us some Braves talk. Let me cue up the music for this Braves report, and let's get into it. What you got for us, Red, for this Braves report? Talk to us, man.
Well, what I got as far as Tom Hump Chop, I don't know what the word y'all doing it because my Tom Hump Chop is going right in my head because that's what I feel the Braves have been doing to Miss Reed. Just picking an axe and just hitting me like Jason style right in the head. The Braves have 3 games this week, and we lost all 3 by 1 run. One game got canceled. Probably would have lost that one by 1 run. I don't know whether it's a game and the bats ain't working or if either a game the bullpen ain't working. Either way, the Braves don't lost 3 straight, and the Phillies that's right behind them don't won 3 straight. The division lead has dwindled down to 2, and we playing the best team in baseball right now. We miraculously came back on them in the 9th inning last night, and what happened? What I told you what happened in my Coke report. Will Smith blew that game, a game he really needed. So now the Phillies are on our tail, and the Braves are just hanging on for dear life. Now we got 15 more games to go. Hopefully we'll have maybe go 10-5. You're right. Maybe we can go 8-7 in them, but hopefully we can hold on for dear life and just get to the playoffs and as a division winner. I don't want to get in back though by winning the wild card. Have to go for no one playoff game because I don't think nobody trusts our bullpen or anybody in our starting pitching staff to win that one game the way the inconsistencies have been boiling up this year with the team. So Braves, you really need to play in a series to give us fans some life. So just keep hanging on for dear life. Hopefully Snicker won't blow it. We got like I say, we got 2 more games with the Giants this weekend. Hopefully we can make up some ground and win those 2. And hopefully the Phillies can keep being inconsistent like they are. The Phillies' inconsistency, really, Braves, is the reason you have blown this already. But now they are getting hot, and you are starting to fall off the map. So you need to pick it back up again, and let's hold on to this division lead so we can get this 4th NL East championship in a row, and eventually you'll let us down when the playoff begin. But for right now, let's focus on getting NL East championship number 4 in a row for right now. But it's been a bad week, real. 0-3.
Coach, the Braves are 76-69. The Phillies are right on the heels, 75-72. 2 games up are the Braves. You've been with the Braves through thick and through thin. Do the Braves have anything to worry about? And what are your concerns, or if you have any concerns when it comes to the closer, Will Smith, who gave up a win on last night or blew a save? What are your thoughts? Any concerns about Will Smith?
It seems like make certain pitches at certain times, but it's okay. I still think that I don't think the Phillies are going to do enough to catch the Braves. I think the Braves can hold on, and it might be a blessing that I ain't gonna say a true blessing, but something that they getting these bad games out of the way down the stretch, so they can pick it back up like they did in August, which I think they got a schedule that favors them. And I think they're gonna hold on and win the National League East. You know, Philadelphia, I don't think is strong enough. I still know they got Wheeler, and I don't think their hitting is going to help them get to any division title. So I'm gonna stay with the Braves. I think they can hold out and win another division title.
All right, no concerns about Will Smith.
No, I mean, how many saves has he actually blown? Everybody act like he's blown 20 saves, and it's probably been, what, 5, 6, something like that. It just
Enough.
it just that his games are magnified when he gets in there. When he win, they don't give him enough credit. They'll say the offense hit the ball. They had a big enough lead. You know, he's not as bad as people make him out to be.
Let me ask you a question. Because I'm not as in tune with baseball as I am basketball and football. I used to be a huge baseball guru at one point. What is a number of saves that can be blown where it won't be troublesome for a closer?
I'll say
in a given season.
5 or below.
So we using your answer, Coach, we're at that level of concern then, aren't we? And we still got some games to play.
Yeah, it's some concern. I mean, it's concern when that lead, which was at 1.6, is dwindled down to 2. But that's been the NL East. When the Braves were down, who would think they would be in this position to be in the lead, to be able to have to hold on to the lead? Everybody gave them up for dead when Acuna went down. So, you know, they rebounded. So I still think they can hold on. You know, you just got to know, like the old song say with Snippy, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. So I think they're going to put up some runs.
Right.
All right. Armani, do you have a dog in this Braves race?
Not really. I mean, the Braves, they're really inconsistent, but so are the Phillies. And I just don't think the Phillies, I don't think they have enough. Like you said, like I think Red was saying, they have they got some pretty decent hitters, but that's not going to save them. And I think if the Braves can get back on the groove, I don't think the Phillies will be able to catch up. So yeah, I think the Braves should win the NL East. I'm not are they? I don't know, but they should.
Yeah, I agree with that. We should win it.
All right, I got a question for you all. Fill in the blank. Here it comes. All right, here it is. 30 seconds. Next time this week's the Braves will. Red, start it out.
Hopefully still be in first place. I ain't guaranteeing that because we're playing the Giants this week and the Phillies playing the Mets. But next time this week, the Braves will more than likely still be hanging on by a thread in first place. I don't know by how many games. It might be 2, might be 1. It's not gonna be by that big of a margin, but we'll still be hanging on by a thread.
All right, Coach. Next time this week, the Braves will
be in the lead by at least 3.5 games.
Okay.
Okay. I like that confidence.
They're going to go what this week, Coach?
I think that the Mets are going to do damage to the Phillies by some way. They still think they got a chance. You know, they 6 games down. They're going to do damage to the Phillies. And the Giants, the Major League Baseball best team, they going to have a fight with the Braves as they did last night. They survived last night, so it's not going to be in just.
All right, and Armani, finish it out. Next time this week, the Braves will.
They'll be in the lead by 2 games. They'll be in the lead.
So nothing's going to change between next week and this week.
No, not too much. I don't think so. Unless they drastic changes, I don't think so.
All right. Well, that concludes our Braves report for this week, and we want to thank each of you all for contributing to the report. Let's get back to some football, and it is now 5 for 5 time, where we talk about 5 topics, and then each person has 1 minute to talk about that topic. Then we'll see if Rev Nation chimes in on that topic, and then we'll have a little bit of discussion for the time that's remaining on the 5 for 5. And let me make sure that I am in Revanite mode, because I don't want Vincent to get me and beat me up if I don't play this song right here.
Let me hear it.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Shelby said, hey.
Get your groove on. There we go. I got 5 on it, 5 for 5. Here we go. Red, you on deck. First topic, most impressive NFL win. As we talk football, what you got, Red? Red, rather, 1 minute. Go.
Oh, real? I can't believe I'm saying this. It's been a trying week for me. But you know me, man. I have got to keep it real. Especially in my number one sport, I got to keep it real. No matter if it help my team or hurt my team. No matter if it make me look bad or look good. With that minute left, my number one impressive performance for the week was Krabby. That's right, baby. Krabby. You believe I'm saying this? Krabby for the Stanks. That was my most impressive win for the week. I mean, his quarterback rating, his quarterback decisions, with the exception of one. I mean, you talk about Sean Payton. If we thought Kyle Shanahan was a guru, Sean Payton is definitely an NFL QB guru. He is taking the crab leg king and turned him into an MVP candidate within 1 week. Okay?
10 seconds.
Well, the Texans, you had an impressive win too, because we thought y'all were left for dead. But Jameis Winston, Krabby, you definitely had an impressive win, brother. Much ups. I hate the Stanks, but that was a doggone good win, Krabby.
Armani, jump in there. Best, most impressive win. Go.
Most impressive win, I have to say, it would be Coach's Steelers, man. I did not know that their defense was like that. I had no idea that their defense was built like that. So I'm gonna give it to the Steelers, man. They keep this, man. The defense alone gonna keep them in games, man, and win them some games. So, hey, good job, Steelers.
Coach, most impressive win. Who you got?
Raise your hand if you thought the Houston Texans, I don't care who they played, was going to score 37 points in any game. Better go up. Houston Texans with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback scoring 37 points. That I didn't see that coming. That's got to be one of the most.
All right, we had some mic troubles with you, but Red had Krabby and the Saints. Armani had the Steelers, and Coach had the Texans. Let's see what Revanite Nation is talking about. We got a little bit more than 2.5 minutes to talk about it. Let's see. Shelby trying to hijack the show. Hey, Shelby, glad you chimed in. All right, glad you love the vibe, Vince. I listened to what Revanite Nation has to say when y'all bringing in some good ideas. Let's see. Red dragging that minute all the way out. 61 seconds strong. Cade McDonald said time for the Eagles to take that L. Maurice Thrower said most impressive win, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Vincent Woodruff said Famous got his LASIK surgery. The NFC South is in trouble. Gonna be a dogfight between the Bucks and the Aints. Everybody's showing Shelby some love, talking about they miss her. You're right, Coach. Nobody, including the Texans, saw that coming. No doubt about it. But they did beat the Jaguars, and I think we all got messed up choosing the Jaguars and that college team. I started smacking myself when I saw that game at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I said, goodness gracious, why in the world did I ever pick the Jaguars to beat the Texans? I should have known better than going along with the crowd, and I slapped myself for that. But nevertheless, we see our most impressive wins. I'm not really chiming in, but I got to say the most impressive win was definitely the Saints beating down the Packers. Nobody really saw that coming either. All right, we did that in 4 minutes. Let's get to the next topic real quickly. And let me pump up the music again so we get ready for this next topic. And it's on you, Armani. You on deck. Be ready. Red kind of gave his best individual performance, but we'll see if he has another one. He might have jumped the gun. What's your best individual performance? The best individual performance. Armani, you're on deck. Now you're up to the plate. Go.
Oh, Lord.
Oops, sorry, that's Coach. My bad. Go, Armani.
I'm going to go with Kyler Murray, man. Hey, he was slinging the ball around, man.
Tyler Perry.
I don't think he had any I don't think he threw any interceptions, but the way Kyler Murray played last week, man, that was MVP like. That was impressive. I wasn't expecting that, but hey, kudos to Kyler Murray. Good job, boy.
Somebody thought you said Tyler Perry at first. All right. Coach, jump in there.
Okay. I'm going to go with A. Nobody saw Dak Prescott coming out throwing for 403 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Dak Prescott, how he shredded, was supposed to be a great defense in Tampa.
All right, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Red, who you got?
Well, I was gonna go with somebody from the Cardinals, but since our money picked me, I ain't gonna keep slurping on the Cardinals like they somebody's team or something. I'll wait for this guy to show up again. I'm gonna pick a guy who we completely clown. I mean, we completely clowned this boy last week, and boy, did he make us all look like fools in his first game in NFL. Y'all know where I'm going with this. I gotta show out for Jamar Chase. I mean, 7 targets, 5 receptions, 101 yards, 20.2 average yards a catch, 1 touchdown. Oh, yeah, Jamar service. Somebody said, oh, famous James got LASIK surgery. Well, Jamar must have had LASIK surgery early that morning because he looked like he was seeing that football all too well versus the Minnesota Vikings. Big ups to you, Jamar Chase. Sorry we got on you, well, but that was your fault for talking to the media like that. No comment next time, Jamar. No comment. But way to show out week 1, buddy. Great performance, Jamar. Great performance.
All right, let's see what Rev Nation talking about. Do we have some best NFL performances? Vincent Woodruff is on that. Jamar Chase can all of a sudden see that brown football with no stripes. Maurice Thrower got Chandler Jones and his 5 sacks.
That's where I was going.
Cardinals. I just picked up the Cardinals defense on fantasy. Wish I had them last week. Vincent Woodruff also said Famous had that best individual performance. LASIK surgery opened up his eyes big time. All right. I'm just going to chime in since we got a few more minutes. I'm going to go with one Jalen Hurts. Very good individual performance. Not that his stats were better than many of the other quarterbacks, but none of us really saw him outplaying Matt Ryan, but we shouldn't be too surprised because he's not the first, second, third round quarterback who's outplayed our quarterback here in Atlanta. Jalen Hurts went 27 for 35, 264 yards. And 3 TDs, also added about 60-some-odd yards rushing to Matt Ryan's 21 for 35, 164 yards. That's a shame when a second or third, Jalen Hurts was second-round draft pick? Second-round draft pick outplays a $30 million man. That's sad, but I know some folk going to say, well, Jalen Hurts has a better offensive line. He does, but he also made some plays with his legs when he was flushed out the pocket, which our quarterback does not do. But nevertheless, that ends the best individual performance. Let's see. Vincent Woodruff said, great outing, Jalen. Granted, he was facing Matty Rice. Kid is cool, calm, and Collective. All right, let's get ready to jump in for the third topic for our 5 for 5. And we're going from most impressive NFL win, best individual performance, to most disappointing NFL performance for the week. It's on you, Coach, to start. Let's go.
I can't wait for this one.
I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Joe Jones. All night machine, Jay Brown and Tanny, and all that they were gonna do. Joe Jones came up with and I'll use this history catches. One of the biggest acquisitions to help them out. Balls 9 yards. Tennessee, Julio, got to get some work done.
All right, Coach, you got to get some work done on your microphone because you're a little choppy over there.
No.
Try to work that thing on out real quickly. Red, you on deck, Red?
Okay. I was gonna go with one team, but since they won on Thursday, I give them a break for now, and I'll go with old Skeet from Green Bay. After the offseason, you had Aaron being on vacation with your girlfriend, hanging out, doing your peace man thing, letting your hair grow out, doing your own thing. You come out and you only have 133 yards, 2 interceptions, your lowest QBR in your career, pretty much had the worst game of your career in week 1. I don't think that's what the Packers were looking for against the Saints after you had that offseason to start off like that. And they have a whole week of folks questioning y'all. Is this the end? What's going on? Does Aaron Rodgers care? Does the team care? No, I don't think this is how the Packers envision their start. But hopefully you'll fix it this week on Monday Night Football. But for right now, the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, this was the most disappointing performance of the week.
Jump in there, Armani. What you got?
Can somebody tell me how much is Matt Ryan making a year?
A lot, 30 million.
Okay.
Maybe
30,
more.
And all I get is 6 points. 6 points, Matt Ryan. Really? Really? So that means he's gonna make $6 million this year. That's what that need to mean. Anyway, that was a terrible, terrible performance for a first coming out with a new head coach, a new GM, and then they decided to keep your behind. That was very disappointing, man. You should have did better. Okay, you had offensive line issues. I get that. But when you have offensive line issues, that means get the ball out of your hands. Make quick passes. And Artie, I'm going to get on you too, man. I'm going to get on you too. What are you doing? You running the ball on a 3rd and 18? What are you doing? Come on, man. That was disappointing, man. Y'all gonna go in, Arthur done built that new stadium, and y'all gonna go in there and do that. That's what we do. All right. Matt Ryan, time is coming. Time is coming. You're almost out of here, buddy.
All righty. Let's see who got Aaron Rodgers. It was like he didn't even care. Vincent Woodruff, Skeet Rodgers, hands down. We got that one. Coach needs to find that hamster on the wheel. His SEAL team, 6-liter Armani can help coach with those. Oh man, Armani, Natty Light Patty is making too much, bro. And
Pretty much, yeah.
that's pretty much what happened too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I forgot. I'm gonna just say my most disappointing performance, since we got a little extra time, is actually from Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Now, they didn't have a terrible game, but they showed us that they're not ready to take that quantum leap to NFL greatness and being one of the elite teams in the league. You have the defending AFC champions on the ropes. You're in command the whole game. You got a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then you choke it. Baker Mayfield is kind of like Matt Ryan light, not clutch when it's time to be clutch. And that's what was disappointing to me when I got to hear people tell me that the Cleveland Browns are going to the Super Bowl. You have to win that game when you are in control of the game. And then they just let Patrick Mahomes, boy, I'm going to have my Patrick Mahomes shirt ready for next week when I come on the show. But they let him do what Pat Mahomes does.
That's Matt. He's Matt Ryan the early years. Baker's Matt Ryan the early years.
Yep.
Let me piggyback a little bit off our money, man. Like I said, I was trying to hold my Falcons and ran in because I knew
hold on right quick. I'm gonna let you get a chance. We're gonna talk Falcons in just a second.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know. All right, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I got to fill in the blank for both the Falcons and the Steelers before we make our picks.
Okay,
right?
cool.
So that's coming.
I'm good.
That's coming.
Let's keep it moving then.
Coach, it's on you again. We got topic 4 for the 5 for 5. And let me get to it. All right, here we go. Best rookie quarterback performance. Think on it and get 5 on it. Ready? Let's go, Coach. Coach, we can't hear you at all now. All right, we're going to come back to Coach. Red, best rookie quarterback performance. Go.
Well, it's kind of tough since really none of them really won. I'm gonna go with Mac. I want to say Trevor Lawrence, but I'm gonna go with Mac Jones. I mean, he probably had the best rating. He probably had the most consistent out the bunch. All of them lost, but I want to say Mac Jones because he probably came close to winning than any of the other guys. So Mac Jones, who went 29 for 39, 281, a touchdown, no turnovers. He took a sack, had a QBR of 70.1. I mean 70.6, but I'm gonna go Mac Jones, even though Trevor Lawrence threw 3 touchdowns. He had 3 picks. He threw over 300 yards, but like I say, stats can be misleading sometimes. You Matt Ryan fan. So I'm gonna go with Mac Jones as far as the best rookie QB performance. Mac Jones.
All right, Armani, jump in there.
I'm gonna go with Trey Lance, man. He had a quarterback rating of 127, touchdown, threw for 100 yards. So I mean, that's not bad, Trey. I mean, I'm gonna be real. You might go up and take Jimmy Garoppolo's position because, young man, you might be the truth. You just might be the quarterback that they need. That Kyle Shanahan needs to win a Super Bowl, even though quarterback position might not be his problem. It's his own ego. But anyway, yeah, Trey Lance, good job, man.
All right, so Red is going with Mac Jones. Armani is going with Trey Lance. We're going to go to Rev Nation. Hopefully, Coach will chime back in just a minute.
I didn't even know, man. I ain't know, man. You know, Trey Lance got all that playing time to. Man, I must have missed parts of that Lions game. He got in and played that long to have 100 and some yards and a touchdown. So he rotating quarterbacks.
Yeah, they did a two-man rotation. He actually got in quite early. Actually threw a touchdown pass in the first quarter. Vincent Woodruff got Zach Wilson, 258 yards, 2 TDs, 1 INT. Not bad in the L, the Jets quarterback. Tell Coach he needs more foil. Yeah, Trey Lance came in for a few plays, got our first TD. Can't wait till he's started. Yeah, I like Red, your pick, Mac Jones. He looks the part. He definitely looks the part. Before I go on in anymore, Coach is coming back in. Your mic right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Who you got? Best rookie quarterback performance?
Well, I go with Red. I'm going to go with Mac Jones. Mac Jones. He had the best one. He almost got the New England a victory. He looked a little poor back there. So I go with Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones. All right.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. All right, we're about to close out this 5 for 5 with a topic that somebody's family doesn't hope takes place, but it's going to happen at some point. Red, we're starting with you, NFL coach, most likely to be fired. Who is going to have that dubious distinction? Who you got, Red?
Okay. You guys might be a little shocked where I'm going with this one. I'm gonna go with Mike Vrabel for the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee don't get their act together. I can see him being let go first. I know the previous owner, the old guy, I think his daughter running the team now. I forgot his name, but I think his daughter's running the team now. I don't think she's that patient as Dad was. You know, Dad let Jeff Fisher hang on for years and years and years. And old daughter, she got that coach before Vrabel. She got him up out of there in 2 or 3 years. So Vrabel, Bud Adams. Bud Adams' daughter ain't as patient as old Bud was. So Vrabel, you better get that thing turned around because you didn't look good last week at the house, okay? In front of all her family and friends, you embarrassed her, okay? So Vrabel, you better get it together. You're going back and forth with Julio. I hope she's not a Julio fan because that's another strike for you. So Mike Vrabel is surprise firing if Tennessee don't get it together.
Coach, since your mic sounds right, check 1. Go with it.
Check 1, check 2. This is an easy one here. Say goodbye to Joe Judge for the Giants. They continue to perform. They continue not be like an NFL team with some of the mistakes they make it and some of the things they do, and he's a part of it. Joe Judge, if he makes it through the season, well, go ahead and start getting those bags together.
Armani.
I'm gonna go with the Bears head coach Matt Nagy. Hey, coach, listen. You drafted a quarterback in the first round for a reason. For a reason, brother. For a reason. Don't let Andy Dalton get you up out of here and out of Chicago. Those fans in Chicago, because I know a few of those fans up in Chicago personally, they are ready to see the Justin Fields experience. Don't let Andy Dalton get you to 0-3, 0-4, or even 0-5 before you let Justin Fields take over. Because by that time, it's too late. You're going to be up out of here. So, Matt Nagy, get your stuff together. Go ahead and start getting the game plan ready to put Justin Fields in because it's time. It is time.
All right. And I think
these are some good takes right here.
I'm going to join the Matt Nagy bandwagon as well, being the coach most likely to be fired because I think they're going to want some fresh blood when the Justin Fields era begins. Vincent Woodruff is jumping on the Matt Nagy firing train as well. I truly believe that as well. All right.
Now, you think Eric Bieniemy will go coach Fields in Chicago? No,
that's a good possibility. That's a good possibility.
I'm gonna say no because the coaching tree both came from the Andy Reid coaching tree, and I think they probably gonna go outside of that coaching tree. That's
I'm gonna tell you a name they need to look for. Armani, you probably gonna be with me on this one. But in Buffalo, Brian Dable. The guy in Buffalo, the Buffalo OC.
Brian Daboll, yeah.
Yeah.
I would go Eric Bieniemy before this guy because Eric Bieniemy has coached Patrick Mahomes.
That's true.
So he understands that level of quarterback. And he knows how to communicate with that quarterback on that level. So I would go Eric Bieniemy before that guy in Buffalo. But the guy in Buffalo is a good coach. He knows how to dial up some plays, and he's made Josh Allen look like a real good prospect these past 2 seasons in particular.
I go to Chicago before I go to USC if I'm Eric Bieniemy. Because you know you got Fields in Chicago.
Well, Eric Bieniemy won't get a college job because speaking is not his greatest gift. And that's what you have to do a lot when you're trying to build up a program. You got to speak to a lot of alumni bases, and that's not his strong point. So I don't see him getting a coaching job at any time. A head coaching job at college.
That's a good take, Real. I forgot. You're right. Yeah, them alumni is not gonna be trying to listen to all that Ebonics talk.
Yeah, not so much Ebonics. You just can't sound like the Peanuts teacher. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
He don't have
all right, real quickly, gentlemen.
Coach Mike worked right on time for that little crack.
All right, Rick. You all got 90 seconds to answer these questions before we get to our pick. And let me get to it real quickly so we can get on task. We're through at 5 for 5, and we had these good topics real quickly. Let's see. Okay, we're good. All right, a little stuck over here. I want y'all to fill in the blank. We'll start with Coach so he can gloat a little bit. The Steelers' win against the Bills was fill in the blank, Coach.
Was expected. No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead. You know you want to grow.
He told us
was big time for Steeler morale. You know, they got the toughest schedule in the league, which they do. So to open up your season with a win against one of the team favored go to the Super Bowl was big time.
Yeah.
All right, Armani, jump in. The Steelers win against the Bills was, and you did predict them to win as well.
It was legit. I'm gonna say legit. I mean, however, I didn't know the defense. Like I said, the defense was. I didn't know they were like that. But I think Mike Tomlin is a very good coach. I think very highly of him, and I think that he's trying to get this team and give Big Ben one more shot to get to the Super Bowl before he gets them up out of there. Because Big Ben ain't gonna be there. I give him till 20. If they don't do anything this year, Big Ben is gonna be up out of there come 2022. So it was legit. He's got those boys ready and clicking on all cylinders. He's ready.
Red, the question on the table: the Steelers win against the Bills was
highly impressive. I mean, I thought the Bills supposed to be one of these front running teams in the NFL. I mean, the Steelers a good team. They well coached, but like I say, Big Ben is probably on his last year. You weren't really too sure what running game the Steelers was gonna have. The defense is ferocious, and I pretty much found that out against the Bills. Like I say, I learned a valuable lesson last week. Just don't go against Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, and until Mike Tomlin proves that he can't coach no more, which I highly doubt we'll ever see that. Don't go against the Steelers. Don't go against the Steelers versus unproven teams. And Bills are a good team. They up and coming, but still Josh Allen is still unproven. Against Mike Tomlin, Super Bowl winning coach, against that Steelers steel curtain, that vaunted defense, they pretty much showed everybody in NFL. Don't you dare doubt the heart of a championship team. We got 6 rings for a reason, baby.
all right. And I'm going to say the Steelers win against the Bills was another example of Mike Tomlin being a great coach. He kept the team together. The Bills were in control of the first half. The Steelers had problems with their offense. They made enough plays to ultimately take the lead, and they walked the Bills down and just showed the championship pedigree and franchise championship pedigree that they have. And anybody questions if Mike Tomlin can coach, they don't need to have a job if they're on television or radio, because that man is the real deal. That man is the real deal. All right, here's another question. I'm going to start with Coach on this one. I'm going to start with Armani on this one. Let Red come back, and then Coach may be the voice of reason. Last week's loss by the Falcons was, Armani?
That's right, I can't curse on here. All right, now.
Hey, believe me, you know how many times I wanted to.
It was embarrassing. Man, let me tell you something. I got, when the Falcons lose, people call you and ask you, what's up? What's going on with you folks, man? Like, I'm the GM. Like, I own the team. I don't know. But with that being said, it was embarrassing. Arthur Smith, you can't have another game like this, man. Or a fan's gonna be calling you out either for your coaching job or to get Matt Ryan up out of here. Cause we already been through. It's been 14 years. I was 12 when we drafted Matt Ryan. I'm 25. 2 kids, married later. Come on, man. It's time. It's time. I done grew up watching this filth. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of defending Matt Ryan. I am done. I might go out and get me an AFC team. I might jump on coaches and my dad's Steelers bandwagon. But embarrassing. Go ahead, Red. I don't want to.
Red, the last week's Falcons loss was
utterly ridiculous. That's pretty much utterly ridiculous. Now, I'm not tired of defending Matt Ryan because I hadn't even begun. I stopped defending Matt Ryan 2012, man. I roasted him in 2015. He made me look. I had to eat crow in 2016 because he came back with an MVP season. But eventually, he proved to me that the real Matt Ryan will always show up like he did in 2017 and beyond. So nothing surprised me with Matt Ryan right now. I really don't have any expectations. But, you know, when you get a new coach who's offensive, his strength is offense, and you come out and score 6 points, that is definitely not a good look for your team. You had a team that decided instead of going with the young quarterback and moving on, they said we were going to keep Matt Ryan because they felt they still had a shot to win now. Well, what do you think now? You still think you got a shot to win? Because if you think you're going to Tampa tomorrow and do anything, man, somebody is really dreaming, okay? This was probably the worst start you could ever have with Tampa coming up in week 2. You had a game at home versus a team that was not meant to do anything, and you completely laid an egg. I don't know, Philly looked like the team that was possibly trying to prove something to their fans, not the Falcons. The Falcons looked like a team that was content with being just as sorry as they are right now. And look, you got folks defending. Every year we hear about the offensive line, the running game, the coaching, all these excuses meant to defend Matt Ryan. I'm just here to say, eventually, look, these excuses have run out, okay? You want to put it all on that rookie number 77? Yeah, he had a bad game. That don't mean we still expect to lose. Look, you can say for every flaw you got in our whole team, that does not mean we watch these games with a quarterback making $30 million expecting to lose. So I'm just saying, Falcon fans, we at the crossroads right now. Now, either you're going to keep supporting this guy as the QB knowing he ain't going to get the job done, or you're going to hop on me and Rev's you're going to hop on our bandwagon and listen to what we've been telling you guys, that this guy is not the answer. If we had a decent or a quarterback that could actually make plays and do something, that we wouldn't be going 3 straight seasons missing the playoffs. So I'm gonna stop right now because I know the Rev Night Nation just having a good time. I wish I could. I'm glad I can't read these comments. That way I can focus on my own comments. But anyway, last week's win was utterly ridiculous, and tomorrow's win gonna be even worse. So I'm just gonna sit back.
You mean last week's loss and this week's loss? You said win. You meant loss.
Oh, yeah. Last week's loss was utterly ridiculous. This week's loss gonna be even worse. I'm just finna sit back, grab my popcorn, and enjoy the show because I'm not finna even get emotionally enthralled. I already know where this team is going as long as Matt Ryan is the quarterback.
Coach, last week's loss by the Falcons was
not the greatest way for a new coach to start the season. That's pretty much it. You don't want to start the season. Even if you lose, you don't want like that at home to a team picked to finish last in their own division. So, you know, it's not the greatest way for you to start your regime as a head coach by getting throttled like that against a team who only won 4 games last year.
And I will answer it by saying last week's loss by the Falcons was a classic example on why I am an emotionless Falcons fan and why I have begun to buy more Kansas City Chiefs paraphernalia.
You know that y'all ever got spanked by Big Mama when she been drove in a chair and just
yeah.
That's what we got. Last week. Spanked by Big Mama.
Spanked by Big Mama. That's a good
Matt
good
Ryan been getting spanked by Big Mama since 2083.
He been
Yeah.
hitting since I
Back.
was 12 years old.
I hate to take you back, but Dante said the win by the Steelers over the Bills was a fluke, and now he done disappeared. Dante, do you want to respond there, sir, before we move on?
I
Fluke?
mean, coach, it may have,
What?
that's his word, coach. That's his word. That's his word.
Okay.
Let
Well,
him
you
have
know,
his word. man.
hey, Rev, you know my favorite word.
It's just one game. You know, if the Steelers are 4-0, 5-0, 4-1, then we obviously know it wasn't a fluke. So
He's
that's
right
his
there,
word,
coach.
coach.
There he
It's
is.
just one
There he is,
game.
coach.
It's
But
just one game.
you know my favorite word for that, Rev. What?
And
All
what
right,
was that?
Jim.
What was Carolina's win over the Jets? That probably
Expected. The Jets won one game last year.
But yeah.
Oh, Armani said, Coach, Dante said, you'll walk over here, but you're limping back. And Dante said, I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere.
Dante, who is
come
your
on, Cletus.
who is
Come
your
on,
He's
Cletus.
a Carolina fan. Panthers.
Carolina? Oh gosh. The only time
All
y'all
right,
gonna
we're
see,
not,
go
Coach,
ahead. Sorry.
Coach,
Go
we're
ahead.
not gonna let you do these one-on-one battles with our fans if they say something bad about your team. We're not gonna let you do it.
Hey,
We're not
what
gonna
was
let you do it.
Rev?
I'm enjoying it.
I think Thomas said Armani went
All right.
went to a whole life cycle with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny when the president said you went through a whole life cycle with Matt Ryan.
Teenager, now I'm a full-grown adult with Matt Ryan. I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
A lot of losing in your lifetime. That's what you just said. A lot of losing. All right.
He fooled. He fooled us them first 5 years.
We only have week one at our disposal. We're not going to include the Thursday night game that all of us won. So we're going to let the Thursday night be included on next week's. This is, no, that's the wrong one. This is where we are, NFL style. The new kids on the block are in first place right now. First and second place, Armani, 10-6. Started off with 10-6. He's excited, but he's forgetting we got about 20 more weeks of picks. So you might want to calm down just a little bit. Shelby came in at a 9-7 record. The COVID champ and Rev, normally the perennial champ. We're at 8-8. And Rev once again holding the last place down at 7-9. Seems like Red, you setting the trend for this year for both the NFL picks and the NCAA picks. I don't know, man. It looks
Laugh now. You remember me later. It ain't how you start. Remember last year the Jags started off 1-2. When last time they won the game? So I wouldn't be happy off of 1 week of money.
All right.
COVID had nothing to do with the pros now.
It did because most of those games were. It did because time out. How many games moved from Thursday to Tuesday last year?
Yeah, but they played them all.
It was
but regardless, man, COVID. How many players couldn't play because of COVID and all that stuff? So hey, I mean, it was more legit than the college, no doubt. I'll give you that. But you still are the COVID champ. You still the COVID champ. You can't run away from it. You got to prove something this year. Let's get to these picks, gentlemen.
They killing me, man. They killing me.
They still on you, Red. Red
Yeah.
still in reverse.
Here we go.
Watch out. Red dealer just made bail. He may begin to improve.
I'm telling y'all, feeling good this week.
Coach's legitimate NFL pick'em win. I hear you. Red is pulling a Sha'Carri Richardson. All right, gentlemen, let's get to these games so we can see if Red is going to bounce back this week. First game, Bengals versus Bears. We're going to start with Red. Who you got, Red?
I don't care what type of revenge Andy Dalton is seeking this week. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and that Bengals defense, they better put it on them, baby. And once again, folks gonna be looking stupid wondering why is Anthony Dalton starting when the Bears are 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. Like I say, hopefully after this week, the Bears will come to their senses before Matt Nagy get fired and start Mr. Fields. Because the Bears going down again. Week number 2, loss number 2. Bengals all day.
Red going with the Bengals. Armani, who you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Bears. The defense. I mean, honestly, the Bengals are a one-trick pony, and that's really Jamar Chase. You shut Jamar Chase down, it's pretty much a wrap. Who else they got to throw to? Their tight end Tyler Eifert, is that his name? I think I ain't heard from him in a couple years. So
You're gonna hear from him tomorrow.
We'll see. But I think the Bears, they can beat not the Eagles, the Bengals. They'll beat the Bengals. So the Bears.
All right. Oh man, we may have to do that.
Thomas, that's a good one, man. I can't even lie. You got me with that one. That's a good one, brother.
We may have to award Red with the Shakari Richardson Award. We may have to do that. Whoever comes in last place. Phil gets job at halftime. Nagy needs to prepare for unemployment. All right, Coach, who you got? Bengals versus Bears?
Bears. I just don't see the Bengals sustaining. It's going to take them a while to. I mean, it's just 2 games, but I just don't see them coming back and winning another one. Bears.
I'm going with the Bengals, man. I think Joe Burrow is the real deal. To beat a solid team like the Vikings last week, that was a game that the Bengals would normally lose. Don't sleep on Joe Burrow. He's the real deal. If I have to look at this game based upon the starting quarterbacks, Joe Burrow against the Red Water Pistol, give me Joe Burrow any day and every day. So I'm rolling with my boy Red. Give me the Bengals. And the Sports Bay is going with the Bengals as well. 3 for the Bengals, 2 for the Bears. Next game, Texas versus the Browns. Who you got, Armani?
The Browns. I don't think what's the coach's name?
Collie.
Yeah, real good coach. I don't think they'll go 0-2. Not against the Texans. I mean, maybe a Deshaun Watson.
Oh, you talking about Cleveland? You talking about Cleveland coach Stefanski?
Yeah,
I thought you meant Texas coach.
Maybe if Deshaun Watson was playing, they'll have a chance. But I just think the Browns gonna get him, man. I don't think Tyrod Taylor gonna be enough.
All right, Coach, who you got?
Browns. Even though I don't want to, but I'd go with the Browns.
All right, we see Coach got his AFC South or North, whatever, North hate going on. I see that. He got it going on in high definition. I'm going with the Browns as well. The Texans just got to win against the Jaguars. Show me something before I get on the Texans bandwagon. I'm going with the Browns. The Sports Bay is going with the Browns as well. Red, who you got?
It's unanimous.
Browns around the table. Here we go. Next game on the docket. Rams versus Colts. It is on Coach.
Ooh. Matthew Stafford has found the fountain of middle age. I guess he's ready now. He's ready to go. So I'm gonna go with the Rams. Colts, Carson Wentz couldn't lead a parade or answer a picnic. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
I'm joining you, going with the Rams as well. And Carson Wentz, I no longer trust. I like Matt Stafford with his new offensive guru as a head coach. And Shelby is rolling with the Rams as well. Red, who you rolling with?
Rams.
All right. And Armani, are you rolling with the Rams as well?
Yes, unanimous, Rams.
It is unanimous, and those in Rev Night Nation who are making picks is unanimous as well. They are going with the Rams. It is on me. Next game, Bills versus Dolphins.
Oh,
An AFC matchup. rivalry matchup. I think Josh Allen bounces back after an anemic performance against the Steelers. I think we're going to see what the Bills are going to look like on most weeks rather than what they look like against the great defense of the Steelers. So I am going with the Bills. The Sports Bay is going with the Bills as well. Red, are you rolling with your boy Rev and your Sports Bay?
I want to. I really want to. But these Dolphin fans, they just keep telling me how good a team they got, what they gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna have a little faith in my folks Dolphins just for this 1 week. I'm gonna see if Tua is really for real, if this defense is for real. I know the coach is for real, but like I say, I believe the Bills got a better team, but the Dolphins at home. This is a division game. Anyway, things can go anyway. I'm gonna take the Dolphins in the upset. I'm gonna see what y'all Dolphins gonna do for me this week. Come on, Dolphin fans. I'm giving y'all a chance to show me something. Show me this week, Dolphins. I'm picking the Dolphins. Let's go, Miami.
Something tells me that Red's note moment is going to include the Miami Hurricanes and the Miami Dolphins next week. I'm feeling it in my football spirit. Go ahead, Armani. Who you got?
You might be right, Rev.
Hey, listen, Tua, I appreciate everything that you've done for my college team, but you know how many interceptions you're going to throw tomorrow? 2 of them. I'm going with the Bills.
You going with the Bills?
Going with the Bills.
Really? Alrighty. How long you been saving that?
All right, next game. Patriots versus the
I'm
Jets.
going with the Bills.
The Sports Bay is going with the Patriots. It's on you, Red.
Again?
We're going around the horn.
Oh, okay. I'm taking the Patriots on this one. Mac Jones let one get away last week. He ain't gonna let another one get away this week against the guy who was taken ahead of him. Mac Jones gonna say, "You took that guy ahead of me? I'm Mac Jones, and I'm gonna show you what Mac Jones is about." Nah, for real, Patriots gonna win this one though. Belichick gonna be ready for that rookie quarterback, and Mac Jones just gonna be the benefit of Belichick's defense showing up against the Jets and Zach Wilson. But Mac Jones will be the benefit of this win. Patriots.
All right, we got Patriots. Some of the fans want to thank you for Miami. Maurice Thrower and Dante. All right, going back, I'm sorry I missed these comments. Josh Allen has owned us, but I'm showing faith in my Dolphins. I sense a little coach in your spirit right there. By any means necessary, I'm going to stay with my team. Maurice got the Patriots. Breaking news. USC tips backwards while on the tarmac with some players and staffs. Wow. All right. Armani, who you got, Jets or Patriots?
The Patriots, man. Not Sam Darnold. I don't know why I keep thinking about Sam Darnold. Zach Wilson about to be running for his life tomorrow. So, I think Bill Belichick can put some pressure on that old rookie, just like, his old buddy out at Alabama, which Nick Saban likes to do. He's going to put pressure on that rookie, and he's going to be running for his life. So, I got the Patriots.
Gotcha, Mr. President. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm rolling with the Patriots to make it unanimous. So let's move on to the next game. 49ers versus the Eagles.
Rev, you forgot coach, man. Twice in a row. That's twice in a row, Rev. You forgot coach.
I don't respect COVID champs. My bad. I'm sorry, coach. I'm sorry. Who you got, coach?
The Bills. I'll say it real quietly since I'm on the outside. Bills.
Okay. All right. You got the Bills. So it's all right. I didn't say I didn't ask you to pick against the Dolphins.
No. You just roll right through.
he was trying to say it, but you just went right on and started talking about sports booze and stuff.
All right, man. I need you to win a real championship so I can.
Oh, here we go.
All right, man. Hey, who you got against the Patriots?
Patriots.
All right.
All right,
Here we go.
everybody back on track now.
Everybody back on track. Red, you start the train on this one. Sports Bay started the Patriots. Here you go. 49ers versus the Eagles. Who you got, Red?
I don't believe in my defense. So that 30-something points the Eagles put up on the Falcon defense, I think that was an anomaly. I think the 49ers get the Eagles a reality check this week. We're going to see the real Eagles team this week. I'm taking the 49ers.
All right. And the VP said, again, our Rev is messier than yours. Armani, who you got, man?
Let's see. Mama, I'm sorry, but I'm not going with your Eagles this week for beating up on my Falcons. He was trolling me all week. That is fine, so I'm going with the Niners. Trey Lance, going to have a good game.
I think the real Eagles will stand up. Like Red said, I'm going with the 49ers as well, even though they had a huge injury to running back Raheem Mostert, who got hurt during last week. But they're loaded with talent, and Kyle Shanahan can coach up his team. And Deebo Samuel, let everybody know he is back at wide receiver with his huge game on last week. The Sports Bay is going with the 49ers. Coach, who you got?
49ers. Eagles are an anomaly, and they won last week.
Okay. Coach, you didn't jump out of your shell when I flashed one name, did you?
No, sir.
All right, here we go. Next game. Raiders versus the Steelers. Armani, it's back on you, Armani. Who you got, man?
Go.
I'm gonna go with my AFC team, the Steelers, man. I'm gonna give you some.
So it's official. Dad. It's official now. It's official. I mean, it went from I might go to I'm going in one show. So okay, it's official. Got it. So you going with Steelers?
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers.
I'm gonna ride that Steeler train this week as well. If that Steelers defense shut down Josh Allen, you know what they're gonna do to Derek Carr. Plus, Josh Jacobs has been ruled out for that game, so that takes away their two-headed running back monster with Drake and Jacobs. So I'm going with the Steelers to show that defense, to show up with that defense again and shut down Derek Carr. That's who I got. The Sports Bay is going with the Steelers as well. Who you got, Coach? Well, tell us why Pittsburgh is winning.
I mean, Josh Jacobs makes the Raiders one-dimensional, kind of, sort of. You don't know what kind of running back production they're going to get. Therefore, the Steelers can sit back and put that pressure. They don't have to put everybody in the box. So you can cover those wide out. And I don't know if they're going to stop Waller, the tight end, but you just want to contain. So I'm going with, of course.
Red, something tells me you got a funny pick going for us. Who you got?
No. I would have had Jacobs not been out, but the Steelers at home, coming off a big win versus Buffalo, that defense is just atrocious, and Derek Carr is not going to be able to solve. He solved Baltimore. He ain't going to be able to solve Pittsburgh defense. And like I say, without Josh Jacobs, his 1-2 punch, it's going to be very difficult to come in. I know Pittsburgh going to have a game plan to take Waller out the game. So you ain't going to be able to stare down Waller and hit him. And Zay and them other receivers you got going against the Raiders, they did all right at home in Vegas. You going to Heinz Field, baby. No way you coming out of there unscathed. Pittsburgh all day.
All right, next game, Armani, you're up. Saints versus the Panthers. Who you got, Armani?
Who do I don't like more this week?
It's gonna be a good one.
Hey man, we ain't got all day. I got a trip to Augusta, so go ahead and make a pick.
Oh, you going to my hometown? Okay. I'm gonna go with the Panthers, man, because they like the big brother, little brother situation. I can't pick the Saints. I'm sorry. Panthers.
So the Panthers beat the Jets at home. The Saints beat the 49ers.
The Packers
in Florida. The Saints' victory over the Packers was way more impressive than the Panthers' victory over the Jets. And I believe with Sean Payton, Jameis Winston will play up to his potential. Give me the Saints. The Sports Bay is going with the Saints. Coach, who you got?
The Saints. It might be the Jameis Winston revival. And Carolina's defense, okay, but I don't think enough offense. I'm going with the Saints.
Red, who you got?
Money, dude, I hate the Saints just like every diehard Falcon fan. I hate them more than I hate Matt Ryan. But dude, we talking smart picks here. I'm trying to win. Krabby is showing his tail. I don't know what you saw in the Panthers last week that ever make you think that they gonna beat Krabby and the Saints the way Krabby is playing. This finna be a real convincing victory. I hate the team, but we picking for wins right here. I gotta take the Saints.
I got a little bit more room for error than you do. No offense.
Oh, after week one, shots fired.
You gonna eat those? Hey, I promise you, you gonna regret that statement right there. You are gonna regret that statement right there. Hey, we're not gonna let you forget that one.
Oh boy,
Armani doesn't realize this is a marathon and not a sprint.
Oh boy,
I was down.
To make that statement in week 2.
I was the laughing stock last year in NFL. Now came back to tie red by the end of the season. So
that's
it's
right.
a marathon, Armani, not a sprint. So don't get happy because you're in the lead on the first leg. We got.
I told him, Rev, he gonna be looking like the Jags last season. He did good after week 1. We're not gonna hear from him again after week 1. Talking about victories.
Oh Lord.
Broncos versus Jaguars. It's on me. I'm going with the Broncos. I've seen enough from the Jaguars last week to know it's probably very rare that I'll be picking them to win a game this year. So I'm going with the Broncos. The Sports Bay is going with the Broncos as well. Coach, who you got?
Broncos, because you got Teddy Bridgewater look pretty good. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. Sunshine won't be shining there.
All right, Red, it's on you. Who you got?
Broncos all day. Jags. That was a bad loss to the Texans. I still not completely out on Trevor Lawrence, but you're not gonna beat the Broncos this week. That defense is just too full of too many veterans and just too ferocious and got too many playmakers. Broncos.
Armani.
I'm going with the Broncos. Urban, don't go 0-3 and talking about you're sick now. I don't want to hear none of that. All right? My heart, my head, my shoulder. No. I don't want to hear none of that.
Especially after blowing that week 1 loss.
Oh man, did you see what the president said? Sonar just fired a missile.
Sonar.
All right, man. Next game. Oh man, I forgot who is on. I think it's on Coach this time. We got the Cardinals versus the Vikings. Coach, who you got, man?
The Cardinals go 2-0. They got too many weapons. Cardinals.
Red, who you got?
Arizona. I'll elaborate if you want. If you want me to, I'll elaborate. But it's really simple. Arizona, okay. Kyler Murray.
We'll go with the simple.
Okay. Arizona.
Armani, who you got?
Cardinals. I should have put the Minnesota head coach on the hot seat earlier because he's about to be on the hot seat too.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Zimmer, Mike Zimmer.
Rev and the Sports Bay are going with the Cardinals as well. And it looks like Rev Night Nation, those who responded, they're going with the Cards as well. So it is unanimous that the Cards are going to win this game. Falcons versus the Buccaneers. It's on Red. Who you got, Red?
Man, if I thought the last game was simple, this about to be my most easy pick of the week. Tampa Bay, plain and simple. Nothing that the Falcons do impresses me. nothing on their team is gonna be ready for anything Tampa Bay about to throw at them. Falcon, my team, I love them. I love them for life. But you ain't beating Tampa Bay this week. All them Falcon fans talking about, I got a feeling, I'm itching. My instincts are telling me something. I don't know what your instincts telling you. I don't know what type of feelings you have, but whatever you're having, it's all gonna be for naught because you're gonna get a nice reality check. This is gonna be the lock of the week right here. If they don't drop 50 on us, you better be thankful. That defense is completely atrocious. Everybody around the NFL know it, and Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. What do you think he is doing when he sit there and see the Falcons defense on his schedule?
Armani, who you got?
Bucks, don't do us too bad, please. I can't take it.
No.
I'm going with the Bucks, man.
Gotta look at it as comedy, Armani. Just look at it as comedy, man.
Sometimes you gotta go against your team. I'm going with the Bucks. Shelby's going with the Bucks as well. The Sports Bay. Coach, who you going with?
It's gonna be Tampa, but I'm gonna make a prediction. It's not gonna be a blowout. It's not gonna be a Baker blowout as people think. I don't see it's Tampa Bay somehow. The Falcons somehow play hard against the Bucks. Thomas.
The president said we're better off picking how many points the Bucks are gonna win by.
I'm surprised
No
he
doubt
didn't
about it.
comment. He have his kicker comment.
All right. Armani, it's on you, brother. Next game. A doozy. Cowboys versus the Chargers in Los Angeles. Who you got, man?
It's in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Yep.
Boys, don't make me look stupid. Do not make me look stupid. I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't think they'll go 0-2.
All right. And I'm going with the Chargers. The Cowboys have several injuries. Their top defensive end got hurt. They lost a lineman this week. Yeah, brother, you better do your research when you come on the show,
man. You ain't been keeping up with the Cowboys.
You ain't in Rev Night Nation. You on the roster. So I'm going with the Chargers. The Sports Bay is going with the Cowboys. Coach, who you going with, man?
Like you said, you got DeMarcus Lawrence out, Randy Gregory out, you got the line out. Chargers gonna win this game easily.
I think Dante just wants to be comedy. I think Dante provides pure comedy for Reverend Night Nation.
Upset Falcons.
Man, the Falcons upset the Bucks. I'm gonna just go ahead and say I think the NFL is rigged. Go ahead.
Oh man, go Red. Who you got, man?
Chargers. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I don't know what Armani thinking about. Talking about don't embarrass you. Well, they gonna embarrass you. And yeah, no Lawrence, no Randy Gregory. Justin Herbert is feeling himself. The Chargers at home is early in the season, before the injuries start to kill the Chargers. So they still completely healthy right now. So I'm taking the Chargers all day in SoFi.
All right, this is a doozy. This next one, the Titans versus the Seahawks.
Ooh.
I thought this was another game.
This is a doozy. Armani, did you start the last one? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he did.
All right, it's on me.
I did.
I'm going to go with the Titans in this one. To bounce back, I think this is a ground and pound game. Both teams like to run the ball. I like the Seahawks at home, but I think the Tennessee Titans, Vrabel, is going to pick those guys up because he can't afford, as Red talked about earlier in the show, going down too many games. He'll definitely be on the hot seat. So I got trust in Mike Vrabel. I see Derrick Henry picking it back up, and Julio's going to have a decent game. I'm going with the Titans. The Sports Bay is going with the Titans. Who you got, Coach?
Russell Wilson going to keep it going. I'm going with the Seahawks. They're going to continue to put the work in. Seahawks.
Red, who are you saying?
Did you see that dress that Sierra had on at the Met Gala this week? That dress says it all. Russell Wilson is going to be a winner this week. He was a winner at the Met Gala for his wife representing him, and he's going to be a winner this week at home with the 12th man versus a disappointing Julio Jones, about to be on the hot seat, Mike Vrabel, and about to come back to reality, Ryan Tannehill, Seattle.
All right, Armani, who you got, man?
You said the Seahawks at home?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Let's go, Russell Wilson.
All right, last game on the docket. It happens to be my team, and the Chiefs will beat the Ravens. I don't trust Lamar Jackson to beat my boys. Patrick Mahomes is going to capitalize on all the mistakes of Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, and the Chiefs defense is a little stronger than the Raiders defense, and they'll shut down the Ravens running game. Lamar will get a couple of big plays, but when it comes down to crunch time, I got more trust in Patrick Mahomes than I do Lamar Jackson. The Sports Bay has Chiefs. Coach, who you got?
The Chiefs. Lamar Jackson gonna lead the team in rushing, and that's gonna be about it. Mahomes and the weapons got too much for what's the name for the Ravens, and the Ravens will be 0-2.
Red, who you got, man?
I know who I want to take, but I just don't see it in the cards. You got too many injuries, not enough weapons on offense. You can't just be one-dimensional because Kansas City will take Lamar Jackson out of it. Then he turning the ball over. I'm going against some better judgment, but I'm going to take the Chiefs. Now, watch Baltimore had a game of their life on Sunday. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Going against your better judgment when Patrick Mahomes on the other team? Come on, man. What kind of statement is that? You're talking like a Falcons fan right there. Come on, man. Don't ever put
I'm not a Mahomes slurper.
Chiefs in the same sentence. Come on, man. Don't disrespect my team like that. Go ahead, Armani.
I want to make sure my wife not around. Hey, Lamar Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson, Jackson 5. Chiefs by 20.
20.
Where's he at? Miss Newsom? I got you already. She probably standing right there. Look at.
I made a mistake. That's not the last game on the docket. There's one more game that Shelby failed to pick, so hopefully we'll get a pick before tomorrow. Lions versus Packers.
Oh, God.
On you, Coach.
Oh, gosh. The Aaron Rodgers redemption tour starts today. They're going to beat the Lions by 30.
Red.
It's not going to be nice. Packers at home. Folks been pounding on Skeet all this week. You know what he does when folks hate on him like that. Sorry, Detroit. You just happened to come to Green Bay in the wrong week. It could have been anybody, Detroit. It's not you. We don't want to make it personal, but you just happened to come to Green Bay in the wrong week, and Aaron Rodgers about to, do what he always does to you. Beat you like he stole something. Go Green Bay.
All right. And Armani, who you got, man?
Like Red was saying, man, y'all caught the Chiefs at a bad time because that bad man finna come on Sunday. I'm going with the Packers.
And I'm making it unanimous. I'm going with the Packers as well. And we'll find out who Shelby will be going with in just a matter of time. With that being said, let's get ready to wrap this show up. Great show, fellas. You know how we do it. You have the right. So who has the right to do what, when, where, and how as we get ready to put a bow on episode 204? Who wants at it?
Atlanta Braves, you have the right to extend your lead in the National League West and make a clear path to the NL East title by winning your games this week. By the time we come on the show next week, you should have at least a 3.5 game lead.
All right, Coach. You have the right for the Braves. Anybody else? Who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Hawks, you have a right to keep making good moves that could possibly help you in the future. I like the Jameer Okafor signing. Nothing guaranteed, but another big man that could possibly add depth to a team that could use as much size as can be. Because you know what, we got the battle, and I do think the Hawks are going to be one of the contending teams. And you can never have enough size. So keep doing good things, Hawks, because something tell me you're gonna be passing the Falcons real soon as far as popularity in Atlanta. So keep it up.
Yeah.
Armani, you have the right.
Terry Fontenot, which I call Cousin Terry. Go ahead and get your draft board. Because you need to be getting ready to make preparations. Go ahead and take your quarterback this coming draft. He's going to have the top 5 draft pick this coming year. So
yeah,
after how bad the Buccaneers are finna beat us, there should be no doubt in your mind it's time to get a quarterback.
Oh my goodness.
And messed up party, like I say, all the drafts coming up a quarterback week. So we just messed up. We're gonna have to wait for a strong quarterback class to come.
And you have the right. After the Falcons get blown out on tomorrow to be 0-2, Arthur Blank, you have the right to tell everybody the reason why you hired Arthur Smith is because his daddy's a billionaire and he made a large contribution to the Arthur Blank Foundation to recover for the pandemic that took place. You have the right, Arthur Blank, to do that.
Hey, Rev.
Yes, sir.
Score update, which is a shocker. Oklahoma 7, Nebraska 3. Half time.
Wow.
Nebraska what?
3.
That's too close for comfort. That is too
Michigan's
close for comfort.
7.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching episode 204 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. We want to thank Armani rolling with the boys, Shelby chiming in with the picks. We look forward to episode 205 coming at you next week on Saturday afternoon at 11 o'clock. We're looking at more recaps, more Braves talk, more NFL talk, and just some good old sports talk. Everybody, have a great weekend. Be safe out there. See you next week for episode 205. And we're out of here.